Welcome to Thought for the Week. I wonder what you're doing while you're watching this, or you're about to do. Is it something to do with food, wondering what you're going to eat this evening? Or maybe you're on holiday and you're discussing what you're going to have from the hotel's menu. Well, the issue of food is a very big one in this country. It's big for a number of reasons. The first is that many of us eat too much, or we eat the wrong stuff. Or we throw a lot of food away. I'm just amazed at the tons of food that get left and just chucked out, or they're past their sell-by date. Or then there's the big increasing problem, isn't there, of obesity among us all because of food. As if food's the most important thing that there was. And we forget that there's something more important than feeding our bodies, and that is feeding our souls. When Jesus was tempted at the very beginning of his ministry, Satan came and tempted him to turn a stone into bread. And Jesus turned round and said, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." Now, don't get me wrongly. Jesus isn't saying that it doesn't matter if people haven't got things to eat. We know very well that he fed the 5,000. He was given the lunch of one man, and he prayed and blessed it, and then he gave it as it grew and grew and grew to the disciples, and they fed the great crowd. Of course Jesus was concerned that people were fed, but he was also concerned that it wasn't wasted. He instructed the disciples at the end of it to go round and to pick up so that nothing is lost. That's a very important story for us to tell. But Jesus was also saying that we don't just need food for our bodies, we need food for our souls. We need to be refreshed. Sometimes people are hungry, not just for food, but hungry for something inside that really fulfills them. And that's where the Christian message and the gospel and our Bible readings come in to be such a help. Are you feeling a bit hungry? Do you need a biscuit, cup of tea, something to eat? Or is there a deeper sense of hunger that the Lord only can really fulfill for you? Well, you're the only one who can answer that question, but I can pray for you and with you that we might feed ourselves in the right way and also help others to find the food that they need. Interesting, isn't it, that there are a growing number of food banks, and what amazes me is that they're still being used, increasingly being used, in areas where you wouldn't expect it. Yes, there is hunger in the world today, but the Lord wants us to meet that hunger through how we use our food, what we do with it, and how we meet our other needs. So that prayer together. Lord, help us to feed ourselves with the right food and to share what we have with those in need. For Jesus' sake. Amen. Thanks for being with us. See you again next week.